Well, hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Charlton Daley of Manchester.
Thank you for joining me again today. Our theme for this week is Songs for the Journey. We are looking at Psalm 121 to 127, 7 days of Psalms. These are some of the songs they would sing on the way to Jerusalem or when they got there for worship. For day 4, we are at Psalm 124. The emotions of the psalmist David were bottled up like a combustion chamber about to explode. What he had come to know about Yahweh, he had to make known. His words were put to music that moves the soul and transports the listener to meet with God. We don't know the melody, the tune, or the musical notes, but we have the lyrics and the message is clear. With music in our soul, we can read the words and sing with our hearts. David writes his song and we have the recording, Psalm 124. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us. He was saying that I have to tell you how good God had been. And I want all of Israel to confirm my words. When men rose up against us, we survived only because of the Lord who was on our side. Otherwise, we would not be here telling the story. Instead, it would have been a story told about us. If God was not for us, then they would have swallowed us alive when their wrath was kindled against us. But God quenched it. Then the waters would have overwhelmed us. The streams would have gone over our soul. But God stopped it. Then the swollen waters would have gone over our soul. But God blocked it. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed and stunned by things in your life? Things you thought you would never get through, but here you are. You are still here. By your estimation, you should have, could have, would have given up on life. But God kept you and put a new song on your lips, flowing from your heart. As you look back right now, you may as well sing along with David, starting with, if it had not been the Lord who was on my side. Because of Yahweh, our song has an alternate ending to what the enemy expected. And so we say with Psalm 46 and 7, the Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. David continues with his lyrics in Psalm 124. Blessed be the Lord who has not given us as a prey to their teeth. He expresses a sigh of relief and pronounces a blessing upon the Lord. Then he gives a figurative description of the deliverance they experience. Our soul has escaped as a bird from the snare of the fowlers, he said. The snare is broken and we have escaped. It felt like a close call, but God delivered just in time. In St. John 11, Lazarus was sick. Then death gripped his life for 4 days. Now laid in a tomb, this was the time Jesus finally showed up. By man's estimation, it was too late. But that's not how the story ends. The resurrection and the life called forth Lazarus, and he that was dead came out of the grave alive. The power of death was broken, and Lazarus escaped because Jesus was on his side, even when it seemed too late. David concluded his song, our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. This is the same God who is at work in your life today. You can recall how he rescued you before. He has not changed. He can do it again. Sing a song of deliverance today and believe God on your journey of faith. Thank you for listening, and let us meet again tomorrow for more Bread of Life with our theme, Songs for the Journey.
You've been listening to Pastor Charlton Daley of Manchester, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.